Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your April Tarot forecast. I love this reading for you. You have the Magician as your first card, an Ace of Cups as your second card. Like, you have new opportunities and expansion coming for you. And I think that's because you are really willing to surrender the things that have not been benefiting you or the things that have not been working for you over the last little while. There's a little bit of delay. There's a little bit of maybe nervous energy or hesitation with how you want to move forward or how you want to do something. And I think that's okay because it's just part of the natural process. You have this Eight of Swords here. So it's like your power, your vision, maybe it scares you a little bit because it looks like a big goal. It looks like a big vision. And I really believe that you can achieve it, but maybe there's a part of yourself that's still a little bit scared or it's like you're gaining confidence, but you still have this small voice in the back of your mind that's like, I don't know if it's going to work. And maybe that's your parents' voice or a projection of another person, a friend or whatever, someone who has a limitation. It's like they're projecting their limitation onto you, or there's part of your past experience where maybe something didn't work out and that just made you sad. And now you're thinking about how last time it didn't work out and maybe it won't work out this time. But really, I think whatever you're planning or strategizing or the direction that you want to move in, I think it's a really good direction for you. So I like this. A lot of this is also about you figuring out a new way to move through life, and it feels a little bit slower. I feel like very recently we had a Saturn Cazimi, and that Saturn Cazimi is really a death and a rebirth. And why is this so important? Because you are connected to Saturn. So Saturn just experienced a death and a rebirth, and that is really showing you a new perspective. It is helping you see yourself in a new way. It is helping you figure out what is next. And I really like that energy, especially when you combine it with this Magician energy, because this Magician is a fresh cycle. This is a new cycle. It's a number one. Okay, see the number one there? And you have this Ace of Cups. So like the Ace of Cups is a new chapter. This Magician card is an energy. It's an energy of you being able to create the life that you really want or to go after something and to make it happen. I feel like there is a new invitation here, whether it's inspiration for a new idea, or maybe it's something that you've always been thinking about that's been on the back burner. And now you're like, okay, I'm going to actually focus on developing that right now, or learning something new or trying something new. For some of you, this could be a relationship because an Ace of Cups is connected to love for sure, but I don't see like a main focus right now on relationships or like romance. Of course it could happen, but this to me feels more like you trying to figure out what to do with all of your resources or your time or your energy, your money. And I say that because you have this Seven of Coins here, and right beside it is the Hermit. So it's like you really need to just kind of reflect on the direction you've been moving in, okay? You need to do a little bit of reflection and review on what's been happening over the last couple of weeks, or maybe through the last couple of weeks, you've been doing a lot of review and reflection. And that would make sense also because it coincides with the Mercury retrograde and the Venus retrograde that I believe Venus is still retrograding until mid-April. And Mercury just finished retrograding, but we are still experiencing the post-shadow period for like the next, I would even say like month, because the Venus retrograde, it's gonna linger on. And really what's beautiful about that is it's helping you visualize what you want from your relationships, romance, business, friends, collaborations. Like there's a lot of review happening, and I think that's a good thing because what you don't want to do is continue investing into things that are not really benefiting you, or you continue to build a foundation in the wrong direction and you're like, shit, now I'm like continuing to build and everything's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but I don't really like this. I want to actually, go in a different direction. So now I need to deconstruct everything. So I think before you just dive in and start building, and Capricorn, like you're literally like wired to build. So that can be a bad thing if you are maybe building in the wrong direction because another person has convinced you to build something and you're like, shit, I don't believe in this partnership. I don't want to run this business or do whatever. So I want you to really reflect on what has been coming up for you over the past like month or two, and how can you adjust yourself and adjust your approach for this next cycle. Okay, now with that being said, it's also a really good time for you to sort of like shift your perspective. And I say that because you have this Three of Wands here, but you also have the Hanged Man. So, oh my gosh, and a Ten of Cups with a Knight of Cups. Like, you are moving towards celebrating something. But this is asking you to shift your perspective. I feel like the universe is going to ask you to shift your perspective because maybe you've been expecting something to show up from one direction, but really it's going to arrive from another direction. So for example, if you know that you want to make more money and you think it's going to happen in this job, so you keep applying for this promotion, but you always get turned down. You're like, what the fuck? Well, maybe that money is going to come from another opportunity, and maybe at some point in the middle of the next month or so, you get a phone call and it's like a head hunter, and they're like offering you a new job, and do you want to like change companies? And you're like, like, I always thought that my, fortune would come from this company that I've been committed to for the past 5 years. And I keep trying to make something happen and it's not happening. But now I get this invitation for this other company. Like, okay, like I would say pay attention to that kind of invitation, because yes, your ships are coming in, but they might arrive from a different direction. So I really like that for you. You also are maybe noticing that you're a little bit nervous to leave a situation. So if you know that, okay, you've been trying to like get this promotion or whatever it is, it doesn't need to be even work related. It could just be trying to make something happen in one area of your life that you think it is the only area it can happen. And realistically, the universe is trying to show you that there are alternative options for you to find more joy, find more expansion, find more support and finances and love and whatever. It's like, okay, so then maybe that becomes very clear because you want this job or promotion, for example, and it's not showing up, and then this other invitation comes and you're like, okay, cool, so that's pretty clear. I think maybe I should go in this direction. But then you're a little bit nervous and you don't commit and you don't actually do it. So I think what's really important is that you need to understand you have the power to create the life that you want, okay? You have an Ace of Cups here, an Ace of Coins here. Like, this Ace of Coins, it's reversed right now because maybe you're not going to actually see the results or see the money show up immediately, but there is a level of trust here in yourself that you need to experience, and you need to actively walk the walk. So it's like, if you're trying to figure out what the results look like, at steps 100, it's not going to happen because you've got this Hermit card here. And the Hermit, he has his lantern. It's like it only illuminates the next 4 or 5 steps. You can't see everything into the future. So you really, like, this Strength card, there's 2 things. One thing, this card is telling you, you have the capacity, you have the courage, you have the skills and the strength to make it happen. So fucking go for it. The other thing is, I think that maybe your inner demons, like the fearful voices, the ideas, the scarcity, it's like, oh my God, like that's this 8 of Swords. That 8 of Swords energy, the fear, the anxiety, it needs to be controlled. And you see how the woman is controlling this lion? It's like the little lion here, the lion, these are like the beast. This is like the beast, the voice in your head that's telling you you can't do it. The self-doubt, like all of that bullshit, it needs to be managed. And I don't want you to spiral into thinking that you can't do something right now, because you can do it. And if there is any limitation, you gotta just unplug. Actually, like, cut the cord, really. And I have a cord cutting workshop. I'm gonna tag it here for you. If you click on the video, it'll open. You'll see at the bottom, like, products. If you click on that, or you go to my website, the cord cutting workshop would be so perfect for you right now, especially if you are noticing that there's a lot of old self-doubt showing up, or if you are trying to move forward and you still feel a little bit stuck or addicted to or attached to someone from your past. Maybe it's an ex and their energy keeps coming back around, and you're trying to, like, establish a different life and move forward, because there's a lot of opportunity here for you to move forward, and there is a need for you to shift your perspective. But it's hard to do that if the perspective that you are attached to is someone else's perspective that has been given to you. So maybe at a younger age, or growing up, or in earlier relationships, it was like those people limited you. Those people told you you're not good enough, or you had some bullying experience in elementary school, and it made you feel a lack of confidence, for example. Like, all of those old stories and ideas and experiences, you are energetically attached to them. So you can literally cut that cord and call back your confidence, call back your energy, especially if, like, you're going through a breakup and there's another person who is, like, thinking about you. You're going to feel their energy. It's like, fuck that. Like, cut the cord and call back your energy from that person. So if you are experiencing self-doubt, fear, anxiety, or you're ruminating about someone from the past, it's like, it's a really good opportunity for you right now to work with this energy and cut that cord, okay? So watch the cord cutting workshop if you're interested. If this is resonating with you and you want to see what is happening for the rest of 2025, I also have your 2025 tarot forecast available. We're a quarter through the year, so I've reduced it by 25%. So now it's 25% off. I will add that below as well, okay? I love you. Let me know if this was helpful. Send it to a Capricorn friend. Share it on your Instagram story. These are free. I show up literally every month for you. So come on, support me back, okay? I love you. Ciao.